Hello there, welcome.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Who we got? We got all kinds of people here. William, you don't look like a William. Are you a William?
Yeah, I go by Nathan, but my legal name is William.
The legal name is William. Okay, so William, you are the groom.
Yes.
William, I need your mother's maiden name. The name she was born, her last name that she was born with.
Dickens.
Dickens.
Dickens. Yes.
Okay. And I'm surmising, yes, you're the groom. Okay, now I'm looking for Minori.
Yes.
Minori, where are you? Oh, right there.
Right there. She's right there.
Oh, I wouldn't have gotten that from your name. What? Okay.
It's right at the end. Oh,
Okay, there we go. I got you pinned down now. Okay. And now I'm going to pin down William, hopefully next to you. Oh, William, I'm allowing you to record your ceremony today. It says you're on a computer, so you can record your ceremony. Top left screen, you should see a little thing that looks like a cloud that says recording. All right, perfect.
Yep.
Awesome. Now I'm going to pin you down so I can get you by her. Bing. Okay, add pin. Perfect. Oh, there you go. See, you are by her. Awesome. Okay. Now I'm going to be here. Let's see what I do to mess things up. Okay, I'm below you. You're still up above. Now we're just looking for your witness. Okay.
right here.
All right. So we're looking for Robert Blaine Hanson.
That would be
That
me.
would be you, Blaine, over here. Okay, perfect. Okay, you're a witness. Got you.
Mhm.
Tammy Lee Hanson. Is Tammy with you, Robert?
Her screen is dark right now.
Hmm.
She's right there,
Right there.
but her camera's not on.
Tammy's in the-
I think I have an idea of why she probably didn't allow it access. I can, right?
It is.
She's in here. She's in here. But did she download Zoom? Well, she couldn't have got on if she hadn't downloaded Zoom.
Yeah.
So Tammy,
Mom.
can you turn your camera on, please? If you're
It
doing
is.
this?
It's on mine.
Do you want to just go up to Dad's computer and stand by him?
I don't see you. I can hear you, but I don't see you. In order for you to be a witness, I need to both see and hear you. Say yes at the appropriate times. And then the rest of your responsibility is to cheer them on after the ceremony is over. Make sure that you know that you are happy that they got married, okay?
Mom, do you need help? Yes and no, yes.
Yeah, go see what you can do.
I'll be right back. It'll be a
Oh.
minute. Oh,
There she's behind.
okay. She's just behind you. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
just behind you? Hi,
That's her.
Tammy, you're gonna sit down there with Blaine?
Yeah.
That works. That also
Yeah, I
works.
don't know why it's not showing, but you can see that it's black here. I don't know why either.
Okay, awesome. All right, is this everybody that's supposed to be here?
Yes.
You may, yes, no, maybe so.
Yes, no,
let's-
maybe so.
Oh, let's start a marriage anyway, boo-boo little buddy, let's go. Okay.
All right.
All right. So my name is Ben Free. I'm a deputy clerk with Utah County. I'm authorized to do marriages. I've been doing them for a little over 3 years now. When I started, I had just come off of babysitting 1,500 voting machines and passing them out to the county so the county could vote. Okay, they retired the machines, so they wanted to retire me. So they said, "Hey, you look like you can handle marriages, so go for it." So I've been doing that for the last over 3 years.
No.
And I had a couple come in and said, "You married us 3 years ago." That's how I know it's been over 3 years that I've been doing marriages. Anyway, so the two of you, William and Minori, you found each other. Do I have my couple together? Where's William? William, where's Minori? William? She's up there?
I see both me and her.
They're right next to each other
They're right next to each other?
on my screen.
Well, is Minori the Zoom 1 dash whatever it is plus?
No,
No, it's the KUS.
Kusagawa Minori.
Yes,
It's the last.
KUSAGAWAMI.
Okay. Koswanga Minori.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I don't know if that.
Okay, we're gonna, whoops, I'm supposed to have her pinned down. Remove pin. I don't want to remove the pin. I want to just pin her down. I don't know why I can't see her next to you. Huh. Okay. I lost her. That's this one. Okay. Pin. Remove pin. Okay. Now let's bring it back. There she is. Okay. Let me take Tammy out. Tammy, you're sitting next to him. You're not planning on going up to your computer, right?
She's right here.
I know, you're not planning on going back up to the computer, right? Pin.
He seems to have this technology issues also.
Okay, yes, once you're removed, you can't come back. Gotcha.
Oh,
Submit. Okay. Okay. Ding, 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 ding. Wait for it. Oh, okay, great. So Tammy, you've been removed from our meeting, but you're still here. Awesome.
it's magic.
Yeah, you're both over the age of 18, right, my witnesses?
Considerably.
Considerably?
I'll speak for myself.
All right. Well, all right. So anyway, my name is Ben Free. I'm a deputy clerk and doing marriages. You're remotely joining us today so that we can get you married. All right, the two of you found each other and you fell in love with each other.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. William and Koswanga Minori. How do you say that? Minori, I'll just say Minori. So William and Minori, the two of you found each other, you fell in love with each other, and you're cleaving together. Cleaving together means you're accepting each other for who you are today and everything that will happen to you in the future. That's what you're accepting, right? And so the two of you are coming together. Your relationship to each other is 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You're not released from that relationship until death do you depart. Right. So in the meantime, you're together and you help each other to be your very best always. You do nice things for each other, well, because you love each other, you like each other, you need each other, you want each other, and you protect each other. Protection's a big one in this day and age, especially when we keep hearing about shootings and people killing people just because they feel sad. Right. So I think that that's really a dumb cause. But anyway, that's not mine to judge. I'm grateful I don't have to be that judge, but I'm sorry that that happens. But the two of you are more together than you are apart. You're like two fires. If you bring two fire sticks together, you get a bigger blaze. Okay. But you have to have something to contain it. So this is your marriage fire pit. This is your ground zero point. Everything that's happened to you up to this point is underground. You don't have to do anything with it. Unless it was really heart-wrenching for you at some point in time, and you may need to seek professional help releasing those emotions so you can move forward with your life. Your hearts are the firewalls to your fire pit. If you're emotionally challenged, your firewalls come down. When your firewalls are down, the fire does what fire does. It jumps out, starts burning things. You don't want it to burn your marriage relationship with each other and the vows and promises you make to each other today. So you want to keep your firewalls high. The way to do that is to make changes in your life, but you need to let go of the negative emotions. When you both work, okay, where are you? Yes, Christopher. Yeah, okay, William, sorry. William and Minori, when the two of you go to work, you spend better than a third of your day with work-related stuff. Driving to work, coming home from work, or at work. It's more than 8 hours a day. So you spend better than a third of your day there. And most often things happen to us on the way to work or the way home from work or at work that make us upset or something like that. For example, Minori, let's say that you are in charge of a meeting and your boss asks you to fill out a paper and make it so that everything you do is explained in the paper and what the company can do for this client. So you do that. And so you go to work and the boss has got the paper. He looks at it and he looks at you and he goes, this is a piece of garbage. He tears it in half, he tears it in smaller pieces, he throws it up in the air and says, redo it. Okay, that's mandate work because you do what the boss says, you do it when the boss says and how the boss wants it. It's the boss's way or the highway. Marriage work is totally different. You open your hearts to each other, your mind, your eyes, your ears, your voice, your nose, and your emotions to each other. That's marriage work. That's fun because you're getting to know each other. I would say, Minori, that maybe you were raised in a different culture than William is, okay? So you have cultural differences that you will be resolving throughout your married life because you were raised differently. You were taught differently. You have different things that you were doing, okay? So, but the idea here is you want to be able to help each other to be your best. So in order to do that, you're cleaving together, accepting everything that's happened to you up to this point and everything that will happen to you in the future. Now, you cannot make each other happy. So no matter what you do, you can't make each other happy. You have to choose to be happy, all right? And so what does that mean? Well, each day you wake up, you choose each other. Each day, you choose each other. And you do nice things for each other. For example, Minori, let's say you're driving a car home and you notice that you're about out of gas. You go, oh, I'm about out of gas. Now, William's not with you, okay, but you go home and you say, oh, I wish I didn't have to put gas in the car. And he just hears that kind of under your breath. He hears that, okay? So when you go in to take a shower, he jumps in your car, he takes it over to the gas station, he fills it up. Then he puts a little note on the steering wheel saying, you're full, I love you, okay? And you go out in the morning and you open up your door and you go, oh, he loves me. He filled my car up with gas. I'm going to be on time today. I won't be late. So the boss won't yell at me. Yay, awesome. Okay, so you do nice things for each other all the time. And plus your eyes can look around and say, oh, what else can I do for? What else can I do for William? Or what else can I do for Minori to help her have a better day? And you do those things for each other. You help each other always. You make sure that you talk to each other, you understand each other. Please do not go to bed together angry, okay? And the anger doesn't even have to come from the two of you. The anger could come from work, okay, because of what happened at work. You need to let it go. So how do you do that? When the two of you come together as a couple, I hope you do this when you're holding each other's hands, you're looking each other in the eye, okay? The eyes are the windows to the soul. If you want to know what's going on in a person's head, you look them in the eye. A person who hates you won't look you in the eye, but you two will not get to that point. Usually you might get angry at each other, but you're not going to get to the point where you hate each other. Okay, so you apologize for your angry voice because of what happened to you at work. You unzip your head. You're standing together. You unzip your head because he just asked you how your workday was, and you tell him your story, whatever made you angry. You know, I was the one that made up the paper story about the boss and him tearing it in pieces and throwing it on the floor and tell you to redo it. Okay, but that's your story. You tell your story. It falls down at your feet. In my mind, I see a lumpy, stinky, smelly pile of stuff. Okay, and you don't really want to walk in it or anything else. But once you've told your story, you zip yourself back up so it can't suck back up inside you. And then William, she asks you how your day was at work, okay? And so, how was your day at work? And you say, it was fine. What does that tell you? No, it wasn't fine. There was something that went wrong today and it upset you a little bit. So unzip your head, tell your story, throw it out on the floor, zip your head back up when you're done. And then you got to visualize opening up the ground and the earth just all of a sudden sucks it all down. Takes it down to the magma. Magma burns it up. The earth covers it up. You don't have it anymore. You don't need to deal with it. You don't need to go to bed angry because of work. Okay? Don't go to bed angry against each other either. Don't put each other in timeout. You can't do that really either. You're adults. Okay? You think problems through. When the two of you are working together and you're cleaving together as a couple, you can make wonderful decisions and choices and create a very wonderful life for yourselves. Right? So treat each other that way with love and respect and kindness. Choose each other each day so that you are choosing each other so you can be together for the rest of your life and help each other to be your best always. You do nice things for each other because you love each other, you like each other, you need each other, you want each other, you protect each other. And really, to be honest with you, Minori, you're half the woman without William. William, you're half the man without Minori. But the two of you together complete each other. It's like you're a puzzle and you don't quite mesh, but there's this other piece in the middle there that just adapts so you can come together so that you can be one. Okay, and that's where you want to head. All right. You will learn to laugh together. You'll learn to cry together. You'll learn to do things together. All right. Now, there's a special cry that's only happened to me twice in 47 years. This special cry is totally different. It's not one like I broke my arm and it hurts a lot. No, you're not crying over that. And it's not a cry for mourning for somebody who passed away, or it's not crying for an animal or a pet or a friend. Okay. This cry is different. You're both stressed to the max, and you come together as husband and wife, and you just hold each other. And it feels so good to be holding each other that the tears just start trickling down the sides of your face. You're not sobbing, you're not running, you don't have a runny nose. Tears just coming down the side of your face. That's a special cry. Okay. And I've only had two experiences, and usually the experiences are catastrophic. Okay. But I've only had two experiences where that's happened in my married life of 47 years. So I hope you have that experience, but I hope I'm not, by saying that, wishing you to have a really bad experience where you can hug each other and just hold each other and experience that. But you treat each other nice. So you don't treat each other as an object. I have an object back here. It's red, white, and blue. It represents the freedom of America. Also, to other countries, that's starting to symbolize freedom because you have choices you can make now. Before, 150 years ago, you were told who to marry. And whatever business your parents were in, whether that was farming, fishing, lumbering, whatever it was, brick making, whatever it was, you were to stay with that business. When you died, you were to pass it on to your kids. That's then. Now you get to choose what you want. Education is what you choose, and that chooses your income. Okay, and that chooses what you do for work. So you're not treating each other as an object. You don't put each other up for display. You love and respect each other enough that you don't do that. You're not a project to fix because you can't fix each other. You have to allow each other to fix yourself. So you offer suggestions. Suggestions are nice and soft. Okay. Lastly, don't treat each other as a task. Okay. So today, this represents your house of marriage. Okay. So Minori, you're the wall of this side. William, you're the wall on this side. As you know, there's no windows or doors or anything on your house. Okay, I did that on purpose because you get to create it. But as you have experiences together, you will put supports in your house to strengthen it so that you can stay together. And that's your lifelong learning together as a couple. Okay, so that you're not easily squished. But you'll add supports and it makes it very rigid, so you can't be easily squished. Right? So that's where you want to be. All right. Last, okay, so you're doing that. So you're not an object. You can't be a project because you can't fix each other. You offer suggestions, and that's how you usually solve your project problems, okay? And lastly, don't treat each other as a task. True story. Last November, I had a couple that came in to get married. They'd scheduled an appointment with us. We told them they could get married. It was in person. They could bring 10 guests. Well, they brought 40. This room will not hold 40 people. We don't have 40 chairs in the whole quadrant of our building. I had to take them outside. It's November. It's November, and it's a Thursday. The temperature outside is 18 degrees, according to my phone. I was looking to see the time because they were supposed to be here at 3 o'clock. It was 3:17 actually when they got here. And I got them set up. I counseled with them, much just like I've just done with you. I asked the groom if he'd take the bride to be his wife. He said yes. Then I turned to the bride and I said, do you? The rest of the sentence would have been, take him to be your legally and lawfully wedded husband. But I got to the do you part. She let go of his hands, the groom's hands. She turned and she started walking to her guests because her purse was on a table back behind her guests. When she got to her guests, she just shoved them out of the way so she could get to her purse. Her purse was very important. She grabbed the purse, she brought it out, she walked it out to us, she set it down, she reached in, she pulled out her phone. She punched some numbers, she started talking to somebody. She grabbed her purse and went into an adjacent building. I turned to the groom and I says, are you going after her? This is the way the groom responded to me. Oh no, I can't do that because if I do that, it makes her angry and upset. When she's angry or upset, horrible, awful things happen. People get hurt and things get broken. I'm thinking, dude, how many times you've been beat up by this woman and you just told me, yes, you wanted to marry her. All right, well, anyway, she went into the adjacent building. We waited for her for 15 minutes before she came out. When she came out, she just walked over to where he was, set her purse down, grabbed him by the hands. I asked him again if he'd marry her. He said yes. I want to slap him upside the head and say, you don't want this one, son. You don't want this one. But I didn't do that because they paid me to marry him, not to counsel them to not get married. All right. So anyway, he said yes again. She said yes. So I had them exchange rings and vows and I married them. And once I pronounced them legally and lawfully married as husband and wife, she immediately let go of his hands, reached down, picked up her purse, and started walking towards her car. She didn't say, come on, love, let's go. Come on, hubby. Come on, cutie, whatever. No, there were no words. She didn't apologize to anybody for what she had done, keeping him out in the cold for 15 minutes either. Okay, she's walking to her car. So I turned to the groom and I said, are you going after her? This is the second time I've asked him that question. He goes, oh, yes, I am. She's my ride. I better get with her or she'll leave me. So anyway, he followed her. He caught her. I guess he got his ride home because they didn't seem to stand around afterwards. Everybody was left. All right. But here's the point. The bride had put her phone above the spouse. See, the phone's a task. Answering the phone's a task. Her phone was more important to her than her spouse. I would have done better if I could marry her to her phone. Okay, but that didn't, that wasn't going to happen. Okay, so anyway, I tell you that because I want you to know, William and Minori, that the two of you are more important to each other than anything else. The only thing that may be more important is if you believe in God or Jesus Christ or Supreme Being, in which case then you put them on top. Honor God first, then each other. You have a triangle. Triangles are hard to break. You can pound on this for a long time before you make progress. The best thing is to cut through the supporting beams and then it will just collapse. But a triangle's hard. But obey God, obey each other. Then it goes out to family, extended family, friends, neighbors, acquaintances. Finally, someplace down the road, a galaxy far, far away, is a cell phone that wants to be adapted. Okay. So yeah. So put things in order first. So treat each other with love and respect. You're not treating each other as an object because you're not putting each other for display. You can't fix each other because you're not a project. And lastly, don't put a task above each other. A task is a little thing, but it could be as simple as you, William, watching sports all day on Sunday because that's the day the sports games are on and you have a chance to watch it. Or playing video games, or she's playing video games while you're, doing other things. So don't put a task above each other. but treat each other with love and respect. Choose each other each day. When you get your certified copy of your marriage license, I suggest that you put it in an envelope behind a favorite picture of the house. When you look at the picture, you know your marriage license is there. It reminds you you're married. Secondly, it reminds you how to act when you're out and about. Okay, so yeah, just put it there. If you had to do a grab and go situation, you grab that, you take it with you. It proves that you're related and married to each other. Now, if you have children or pets that are your favorites, if you had an emergency, you would take them instead of that, because you can replace the certificate, but you can't replace your pets or your children. So you want to keep everything in order. All right, we're ready to go to the ceremony. So we're gathered here today to join in marriage William Nathaniel Glenn Hansen and Minori Kusagawa. So William Nathaniel Glenn Hansen, do you take Minori Kusagawa to be your legally and lawfully wedded wife, to cleave unto her as she cleaves unto you, to help her be her best as she helps you to be your best, to obey her as she obeys you, through sickness, health, rich, poor, fat, thin, COVID-22, wars, riots, natural disasters, ups, downs, ins, outs, holidays, celebrations, jubilations, triumph, family, friends, nature, until death do you depart.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. And so, Robert, you heard yes. You heard William say yes.
I did. I heard him.
Awesome. Okay. And Tammy, you heard Robert say yes, or you heard Nathaniel, sorry, William say yes. Let me get the right name here. That's like 5 names up here. Okay. So you heard William say yes, Robert?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Did you have any vows or promises, William, you wish to tell to Minori today?
No.
Excuse me? Do I need to tell you? Do I need to tell you another story?
I'm very bad at ceremonies.
Okay. Well, here's at least the minimum I'd like you to say. Since this one couple came in and I couldn't get them to hold hands, look at each other. They were standing in the opposite corners of the room. They didn't do anything together. There was nothing in common with them. Each one had a kid and they were just separate. But they just married each other that way. I couldn't get them to say I love you. Okay. So I love it when you say, I love Minori. I want you to be my wife for the rest of my life. Something along those lines. Okay. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, but Minori's also going to tell you that she loves you and wants to be your wife for the rest of her life. Okay. So just say something like that. At least that way I know you love each other. Instead of marrying people and going, why did they marry each other for a tax deduction? Okay. Does that make sense?
Yes. Minori, I love you. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. There's no one else I would rather be with. I haven't seen you for 3.5 years and I'm still trying to follow you.
By point of information, the largest span of away from each other was 22 years. I married a couple about a month ago that had been separated physically from each other because of COVID, wars, riots, natural disasters for 22 years. Okay, so that's a record. And if you have to be 18 and you had 20 years of that, that makes you 38. Do you know how many body changes your body goes through during that period of time? Yeah, a lot. Okay, so anyway, so you're 3.5 years. I'm sorry, that's still a long way, and yeah, that's still good. Okay, so I'm not knocking what you've done. Thank you for sticking with it. Okay, all right.
I'm more than happy to.
All right, so now Minori Kusagwa, do you take William Nathaniel Glenn Hansen to be your legally and lawfully wedded husband, to cleave unto him as he cleaves unto you, to help him be his best as he helps you to be your best, to obey him as he obeys you, through sickness, health, rich, poor, fat, thin, COVID-22, blah, 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 until death you depart. Now it's your turn to say yes, Minori.
Yes.
Okay. My witnesses, Blaine, you heard that? Robert, you heard that?
I did hear that. Yes.
Okay, Tammy, you heard that, Tammy?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, now it's your turn, Minori. So Minori Kasawaga, do you take William Nathaniel Glenn Hanson to be your legally lawfully wedded husband, to cleave unto him as he cleaves unto you, to help him be his best as he to be your best, to obey him as he obeys you, through sickness, health, rich, poor, fat, thin, COVID-22, blah, 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 until death you depart.
You said that part already.
You said that part, like I said, twice, for you and for her. So I need you to say yes, Minori.
Yes.
Thank you. Robert, you heard yes?
Yes, I did.
Perfect. And Tammy, you heard yes?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, now because I heard you say yes, and because Robert and Tammy heard you say yes to each other, I now going to say this. By the authority vested in me by the laws of the state of Utah, as you remotely joined us here in our Health and Justice Building, in Utah County campus, I now pronounce you William Nathaniel Glenn Hanson and Minori Kusagwa legally and lawfully married as husband and wife. You may now blow kisses to each other because you can't do anything else. Blow kisses to each other. This is I love you in sign language in America. That's I love you. Yeah, finger up. Yep, finger and thumb
There
out.
you go.
That's I love you. Okay. This is a COVID air hug because we're in the Health and Justice Building. They came through and said, it's transferred by air, so no hugging. I'm just going, what? Everybody's wearing masks. Okay, what? Anyway, so you love and like everybody that's on here. You gather everybody together, okay, and you bring them to your heart. As you touch your heart, you're touched and warmed by that, and so that's your COVID air hug. Yes, I don't have Wonka vision yet where I can just pull you out,
Oh, good.
put you together, and have you hug each other, and then put you back in one country so you stay together. No, I can't do that yet.
Very tall.
That would be convenient.
Somebody's got to work on the demolecularization of the principle of human beings and being able to put them back together in correct proportions.
Great size.
Anyway, congratulations. Make it a wonderful rest of your life together. All right, because you can. Choose each other each day, and you'll have an amazing life. All right. Bye now. Thank you for
Thank you.
sharing your special day with me.